Tom Bratcher from Adventure Designs here with one of our great customers, Erwin, who has gone on a mission this last year to help out and provide charity. So he mixed motorcycle, adventure riding, and charity effort. In just a minute, we're going to take you on a walkthrough of exactly what happens here. It's a fantastic story that we think you're going to enjoy.
Hey, I'm Erwin Estigarribia, and I have Jorge here. He's the director of Casa de Paz, which is an orphanage that a group of us came down to visit, spend some time with the kids. So Jorge, can you tell us how many people work at the orphanage?
Well, actually, right now we're only 4 adults full-time, like 24/7, and there's like three other people. They came in the morning, they'll leave in the afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much all the people that we have to work.
And how many kids total?
50.
So 50 kids, 4 adults full-time. As you'll see from the clips that we'll show, each little house is divided by age and gender, and a couple who work at the orphanage will supervise that whole house. So they have their individual decentralized laundry facility at each house, a stove to cook on if on a day like this, and then they also have a central kitchen where the kids come in and eat. We raised a little bit of money and brought some goods and some goodwill to the orphanage, and we've had a fantastic time. It's a short trip. This is our first trip. We want to do it annually and raise more funds and awareness for this situation that we've got down here.
And, I got here because my wife and I grew up in here, both of them. And we went to college. The place gave us the opportunity to go to college and get prepared for life. So it's time. That was time for us to come back and give back to the children. So that's the main reason to be in here is just for them and because we feel home in here.
So Jorge, what we saw yesterday when we spent time with the kids was very impressive. We went into the kitchen and we saw everything from tortillas being made by the girls to kids helping set up the table, clean up after themselves. It doesn't have the feeling of an institution. It's not institutionalized. It really has the feeling of making kids aware of what it is, the skills that they need in life to just be self-preserved and also to get through it. Is that something that you put forward? I mean, talk a little bit more about that.
Well, it's part of the plan, just to get them prepared to learn to how to do things. That'll give them the opportunity to go out, and in case they don't go to school, at least they can go and get a job. So, and because, you know, the property is so big, they have to learn, it's not just cleaning the tables or doing the stuff around. It's just learning responsibility and be part of something.
I'll give you a brief overview of what we've done here. Jorge has shown us the whole facility, his thinking strategically, his thinking way ahead. What he's trying to do is basically be self-sufficient.
Right now we're having a greenhouse that is already producing, and we have another one coming up next month or so. And you know, we have a lot of animals and stuff like that, and that's for sustainable in here.
He's got animals, cows, chickens. He's got a greenhouse. He's about to put in a second greenhouse. Everything to give back to the kids. This is not supported by the Mexican government. This is something that $1 US can take way further than what you would think. So to that event, I want to thank you, Jorge, for showing us around. Fantastic accommodation. We were able to just pitch tent here or stay in the bunks that we have featured and spend quality time with the kids. I'll tell you something, Casa de Paz in Spanish means house of peace, and I have never been in a place where you can see kids be in a very peaceful state. Some of these kids have come from very, very hectic and tragic backgrounds, but they're being raised in a loving environment. They're self-sufficient, and it's very evident when you interact with the children, and that really is full credit to Jorge and his staff who work 24/7 basically to help boys and girls who have had a horrible past. And they actually support the kids beyond their normal years. So when a kid turns 18, if they continue to study, they will push them through college.
And as far as education, our goal is to get those kids to break the circles.
And that's what we are trying to do, is raise awareness. I'll be very candid and honest. I thought it was going to be a very depressing trip, but it's very uplifting because there's a lot of hope. You can tell that people like Jorge have a vision, are moving forward, and the kids are definitely responding to the discipline, the level of responsibility, and also the enthusiasm to break the cycle that Jorge just talked about.
We're trying to get them back on track so they can have their own family and they can just be like normal people, have a good job and get a good quality life.
So again, thank you, Jorge, for everything.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being in here. It's a pleasure. It's been great for us. It's been great for the kids, and we really enjoy having you guys in here.
We'll be back next year.
So we'll be looking forward for the next year, and yes, please keep coming down.
A brief shout out to Melinda, who gave some donations. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get the kids out with the rain. Also a shout out to Matt Brockwell, Rudy, and also to all the folks at Cardio DX that supported me on this trip, including Carrie. So thank you very much, and you will see a link where you can actually help us do this in a much bigger scope for next year with larger donations. So now the adventure continues, and we're going to ride through this rain to Felipe, which will be San Felipe, which will be an adventure in and on itself.